All right, guys, this is question number 12 from the Algebra 1, June 2026 Algebra 1 Regents exam. Basically, they give us two functions. One is a exponential function, f of x. The second one is a linear function, g of x. And they want to know what is the smallest positive integer of x for which f of x is greater than g of x. So what I would do and what I tell my students to do is whenever they give you functions, especially two functions, graph them. A lot of times it's either where they're equal to, where they intersect. Now this one is asking where it's greater than, but once you find the intersection, then you know where they're equal. And then the next part, you can see which function is greater, and then we can find the integer value. All right, because that's what we're looking for. So let me grab the calculator from here. And I am going to enter two functions. First one is exponential 1.25 to the x power, and there we go. That's it. And then my next one is going to be a linear function. It's going to be 3x plus 10, 3x plus 10. Press enter. Now here's an intersection here, but this is negative, and the question specifically said smallest positive integer, right? So I'm going to go over here, and then I'm just going to do menu. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. Real quick. If you look at the answer choices, they start from 18 and they go to 69. So that means my window needs to be a little larger. Otherwise, I'm not going to see anything. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go menu 41. And I know that my minimum is going to be 18. So, but I'm going to put 15 here. And then I'm going to put 70 here. And what I'm doing is I'm ensuring that the intersection is going to be there. Now you don't see anything, but what you do know is the x is 15, the minimum, and the highest is 70. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go menu 64, because that's intersection. And it's going, where's the graph? Well, I don't see the graph. So let me go menu 51 now. Menu 51. All right, there we go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do menu 64. I still don't see it. Here's the graph. Second graph. Where is the second graph? Um, whew, this is tricking me. Menu 64 or 51. And now I'm just going to go, there it is. These are the two, and I'm just going to back down because I see there's an intersection. Let's see, down here. Where are you? Down here. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So now I'm going to do menu 64. I like to use menu 64 so I can be precise. There we go. It says the intersection occurs at 18.8034. So it's greater than 18, but less than 19. So and by the way, in this particular case, the blue is on top of the red, so that means the exponential now is going to be greater going from here on out. So we can say that the intersection for this is 19, because 18.8 is where they're equal. And then after that, exponentials on top. Remember, exponentials always catch any function, any other function, and passes. They're the fastest growing functions. I call them the Usain Bolt of functions. And this is just another example of that. Even though the linear function is greater or growing faster at a certain point, eventually the exponential is going to catch it and pass it. And it catches it at 18.8. And then after that, the exponential is always going to be on top. So 19 is the smallest integer, smallest positive integer for which f of x is greater. That's what they wanted to know. Hopefully, even though this is about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, you guys are good with this. All right, I'm going to stop, and I am going